Hello, philosophers. Welcome to today's double period. We are going to venture further into our study of existentialism today. Now, we won't hit all our success criteria today, but fear not, we'll have these success criteria for a couple of lessons. So we're just going to focus on the top one today. So, learning intention is to gain an understanding of existentialism. Success criteria, I can consider existential questions. I can explain nihilism. I can explain the philosophical idea of the absurd. Now, as I said, we're not going to hit these two today, but we will be hitting this one. So, existentialism is a term used by philosophers to talk about everything to do with existence. For example, why do we exist? What is the purpose of life? Why should we act morally? What happens when we die? These are existential questions. Next week, we're going to watch Groundhog Day. It is a movie about a guy who is living the same day over and over again, but he's the only one who knows what's going on. It doesn't matter what he does, even if he dies, he wakes up the next day and everything is reset. The day starts all over again. Faced with an existence without consequences, the man has to decide how to live. So, your activity for today. If there were no consequences for your actions, how would you act? If you knew no matter what you did today, you'd wake up tomorrow and this day would restart, how would you spend your day? Remember, there are no consequences, no rewards, no punishments, no death. Consider this question and write a page explaining what you do and why. So, in the movie we're going to watch next week, which has this guy in it, Groundhog Day, that's the situation he is faced with. So, generally speaking, we are always aware that there are consequences or rewards or punishments or perhaps death that will happen as a result of our actions. So in the movie, those things are removed, and this guy has to sort of reevaluate how he lives his life. So if you haven't seen the movie, next week you've got something to look forward to. It's a really awesome movie, and you'll get to see how this guy responds to that situation. But in the lead up to that, I want you to have a think about it for yourself. So remember, in a world without consequences, rewards, punishments, or death, what do you think you would do? That's what you need to write today. So consider the question and write a page explaining what you do and why. Now, if you can't get a page, that's okay. You've got a double period though, so I'd expect you, well, a double period's 100 minutes. Don't spend 100 minutes, but spend an hour. Really give it some thought. You don't have to be writing for the whole hour. Just think hard. If you lived in a consequence-free world, how do you think you would spend your day? And if you can write as much as you can up to a page about how you would behave and give a little bit of a thought to why, that will be an excellent effort for today. Okay. Thanks for your time, philosophy class.